In this episode, I'm going to be looking for my missing eel. Alcatraz gets some new inmates. And I need your help deciding on what to do with some mystery fish that I bought behind your back. Here we go. Okay, if you watched my last video, then you saw me add eel longoria, my 6 to 8 inch tire track eel, to the big American tank over here. And it went really smoothly until I disappeared for an hour, and then I came back to look and see where she was, and she wasn't in her spot. But that's kind of expected with eels. They'll find a home wherever they like, and it could be just buried in some sand somewhere. But when I started looking around the tank for her, then I realized my bonehead mistake. And that's that when I added the aqua decor branch to the tank, I also noticed at the time that there were some open branches at the end to allow water to seep in. I forgot about that when I put eel longoria in the tank, and she could very well have gotten into one of those branches. Oopsie. So I'll have to disassemble them, take a look inside, and then I'm gonna seal them off. Then I'll go looking around the tank and see if I can find her somewhere else if she's not in those branches, which I hope she's not. Let's get to it. Oh, and one more thing, make sure you stick around to the end of the video because I'll be revealing the name for the new tank. Let's go find ourselves an eel. But first, check this out. I had to go to work right after recording the intro, so I couldn't go on the hunt until I came back home that afternoon. And look, there she is right back in her home. It's like nothing ever happened. What a relief. Well, I'll go have dinner and then seal those branches off in a few minutes because I'm starving. After dinner, I go back and what? She's gone again. Well, shit. Okay, that was dumb. I should have just sealed off the branches right away while I had the chance. Well, at least I'm well fed as I start my bum deal of a project. Always sucks tearing apart escape you just installed a few days ago. Oh well, worse things have happened at sea, I suppose. Let's get these branch parts disconnected. Give this thing a few shakes and... Wait, what's this?
There she is. There she is.
Don't lie, I know you love Star Trek as much as I do. Maybe she'll just plop right out. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Sweet. Easy as pie. Now I just gotta catch her before Ms. Longoria burrows under a rock or sand and I can't find her anymore. These eels could teach a masterclass on concealment. See her back behind that rock church I made? Isn't she cute? Oh man, I love tire track eels. I'm so glad she's not a skeleton stuck in that beautiful branch. Okay, wait, where is she now? I'm telling you, this would be so much easier if I had an assistant. Hey, I have an idea. Who wants a job in Idaho that pays nothing? Let me know in the comments. And better get the rest of this branch out of here in case things get dicey. I'll probably need some space to catch her, that is if I ever see her again. Under here, perhaps? Or maybe this one. Whoa, 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 whoa! But I still don't see her. Perhaps she sought sanctuary in the holy ground. That's a Highlander reference in case I lost you there. And there she is again. Now I've got to act quick. Oh, where's my net? I know it's here somewhere. Hey, don't go anywhere. Talking to both you and the eel now. And look, I'm such a professional that I make even this look easy. In all my wisdom, I've decided to put her back in her quarantine tank until she's larger and will come to me for food. They do that, you know. Eat right out of your hand at the top of the tank. So awesome. Why don't you have a tire track eel? So let's get her old tank ready. I should have done this already, but I forgot about it. Well, what's this? Oh yeah, my mesh baggie of plant soil for all those plants I killed way back when. Let's get this out of here. Ooh, this isn't good. Bad choice there. Should have just left it. Okay, I'm just gonna move Ms. Longoria over to the neighbor's tank. Making sure the temps are the same. Good enough for me. And I'm gonna do a quick water change. Subscribe, and you will be rewarded richly. Much better. Let's build a home fit for a queen. I do apologize for the murky water. It'll clear up in a few hours. And this guy's been here the whole time, by the way. Let's add the lovely lady and get her some food. Would you just look at those cute little pectoral fins? She was taking it from my hand before all this happened, but now she doesn't trust me anymore. So I'll just drop it in front of her cave and watch it disappear into the darkness as she attacks her tasty maggot. And here she is the next day, still not eating from my hand. But don't worry, we'll soon be best of friends again. I love you, EEL Longoria, and I know you love me too. I feel like I haven't really been sharing much information about Alcatraz, my 240-gallon African cichlid tank over here, while I've been getting my American tank all set up. But that's all about to change because I have some fish that I've had in my grow-out tank for quite a while now, several months, and it's time to get them in. It may seem like all I care about these days is the 435-gallon American cichlid tank, but it's mostly not true. I still love Alcatraz and all its nutjob inmates. Alcatraz does seem a lot smaller though now that I've been working with the new tank for so long. And before I get the new guys in here, let me update you on some very noteworthy changes I've noticed in some of my beautiful boys. Starting with the Maramala, Antonio. Here's what he looked like the last time you saw him. And here he is now. Still third string out of the 3 Audifarius brothers, but looking better for sure. And speaking of his brothers, look at this guy, my Tetrastigma. This is him then, and this is him now. And it's only gonna get better is what I'm saying. Sweet, sexy Enrique. Nobody does it like you do. My Fusco then, and my Fusco now. Looking like a real man. And finally, my Strigatus. Pretty drab a month ago, but not so much now, right? I mean, he's also turned into a major a-hole, but fortunately for the other inmates, he can only see out of one eye, so he has to do circles all the time. He's like, hey, get back here. Swim in a small circle. I'm coming for you. Swim in a small circle. You get the idea. His impact as a villain is limited. That's a good word. Whenever I have fish in quarantine or in a grow-out tank, I try to keep the water parameters the same in that tank as the tank they're going to be going into. That way, when I move them over, it's not going to be a shock and I don't have to float them or anything. I can just drop them right in. So I'm just going to catch these guys and plop them in without any acclimation at all. And it shouldn't be a problem, it never is. These are the fish that I'll be moving over from my 55-gallon grow-out tank. And excuse the nasty appearance of this tank, especially the hideous background, still need to paint it black. Someday there will be time, but there have been more pressing matters. It's going to be this redfin borlei, the Stigmatochromis tole, both from Live Fish Direct, and these 2 Johnstonies. I ordered 4 unsexed fish a long time ago. One died, one's a female who's still in this tank, and then these 2 males, who get along fine even when there's a single female in here. They're both going over to Alcatraz. With my Africans, I'm always adding at least 3 fish to the tank. That way I can disperse the aggression. You know, they're gonna get picked on, and if there's only 1 fish being added to the tank, of course, he's gonna receive all of the aggression, and it's not gonna end well for that little guy. So at least 3, I prefer to add 4 or 5, but no matter how many fish you're gonna add to your tank, you need to make sure that you're gonna be around to check on them. There's no way I'm catching these fish around these rocks, so let's get them out of here. Siphoning some water into my bucket for the quick trip from this room to the living room. Afterwards, I'll just dump the water back in here. Using 2 large nets for the dirty work should be extremely easy with the narrow depth of a 55-gallon tank. All their nutjob strength, and they're totally powerless against me. All right, let's get them in. Let's distract the old inmates with some of the finest cichlid food you can buy. Northfin's delicious pellets, soaked in garlic guard and Vitachem. Everybody's doing fine so far, but only time will tell. Like I said, I'll be keeping a close eye on them.
and it's time to turn off this light. I only had it on for you, you know. I'll show you how they all settled in at the very end of the video, so stick around after it looks like it's all over.
For this next one, I need your help. So I bought some fish from the local fish store not too long ago with the intent of putting them in my 10-foot tank. But now, I'm not so sure. They're all in my 180 right now. Of course, there's the Waru, who I definitely want in the big tank as long as he won't get ravaged by the more aggressive cichlids over there. But I also have these 3 gorgeous electric blue Acara that I intended to move, but they could stay here. I mean, unless they get really aggressive, and they could since this girl over here in the corner wants to hook up. We could have babies. And I have this little guy in here too, and honestly, I don't even know which one he is anymore. Maybe you know. We'll eventually find out. I also wanted to have some Geos in the big tank, but probably Svenai. But I could always transfer these top hosts over there instead. I'm just really uncertain about the direction I want to go with this tank. I want the scape to stay the same, but the angels are going to have to go. They're just way too boring for me. I'm either going to get some more peaceful South Americans, a smaller amount of more aggressive Central Americans, or maybe one ultra aggressive Central American. Nothing that gets over 12 inches though for a single, and nothing over 10 for multiples. Give me your thoughts in the comments. Help a brother out. Well, I got a lot done today, and I don't know about you, but whenever I accomplish a lot with my tanks, it just feels really good. And I told you at the beginning of the video that I'd be revealing the name for my new 10-foot American cichlid tank. And the name is San Quentin. Let me know what you think of it. And your bonus for the week? You deserve a new fish, my friend. Make sure you do your research, your tank's big enough, and set up properly. Go get yourself a new fish. All right, that's a wrap.